Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am back with another story time for you guys, and this story time is going to be tea, sis. Okay, so this is the time that my ex got the side chick pregnant. Okay, so I have recorded this video already. Chat is like my third time recording it. The first time I was all over the place and things weren't in chronological order. I was like having to continuously go back. The second time I just recorded it, I started recording it a little bit and I was like, scratch it. And then I recorded it again and I missed some stuff. Like I was trying to hurry up and get through it too fast that I skipped some parts. So here we are, okay? This is the final run with this, okay? So, at this time, this story takes place, okay? Let's set the tone, guys. Okay, so this story takes place about 7 years ago, okay? So it had to be the end of 2014. So at the time that everything transpires, my ex and I had been together for about a year, maybe a little over a year at this time. And I am going to call my ex Jody. Is going to be his name because there will be more stories, because that relationship, it was so much that went on throughout that relationship. But this is like the first major thing that I knew of that was like in my face. There were things that happened before that I didn't find out about until later. But this was this was the first major thing, and it's probably like, no, I don't want to say it's the biggest thing, but it just really like opened the floodgates to all types of things. Okay, you guys. So boom, it had to be the end of 2014. We had been together for about a year. When him and I met, I was in college. I dropped out of college my senior year, the summer going into my senior year. So I never started my senior year. So the summer going into my senior year of college, I ended up dropping out. So about July, August, September, October. This was like October, November. Probably like November. I dropped out that summer and moved out of the small town that the college was in, and moved back to the city. So whenever I moved back to the city, about 3 months after I left the college, we ended up moving in together. So when we ended up moving in together, well, before we ended up moving in together, probably like maybe a month after I left school, all of a sudden, or maybe 2 months, all of a sudden though, y'all, this man, my ex, and we're gonna call him Jody, okay? So because I've already done the story, I've already like came up with the names that I'm gonna call him and his baby mama, okay? So Jody and I, like I said, had been together for about a year and everything. We had a normal relationship, a normal, relations life. It was just regular. It wasn't like crazy, like we was, going all the time, and it wasn't just like sporadic. But during this period after I left college, initially when I very first left, like maybe a month after that, like all of a sudden he was just wanting to go so often, y'all. Like it was crazy. Like I'm like, it was out of character, for him. But your girl is going with the flow because I'm feeling like, okay, well, maybe he is just, thinking I'm looking extra good lately or whatever. So dumb as fuck, right? So that is a red flag in itself. Like, why all of a sudden are you like pressed about this? So anyway, we end up like having an increase in our relations life, right? So I'm like kind of side-eyeing it, but not too heavily, like I just went with the flow with it, right? So me and this going with the flow stuff, child, I went with the flow with too many things I shouldn't have flowed with. But so this increase happened, and then like I said, about 3-4 months after I left school and moved back to the city, him and I ended up getting an apartment together. So, because I stayed with my family when I very first came back. So, you know, just to get back on my feet, get back working, you know, saving up my coins and just, you know, getting everything back in order from being in college for 3 years, right? So, him and I decided that we were going to move in together. So, when everything, you know, the process of getting approved for your apartment, you got to show proof of this. They, you know, they got to call these people and verify that, and you know, all of the whole little, you know, the whole little process thing. So he was like pressed during this time, like trying to like rush me. You know what I'm saying? So we had the increase in, you know, relations, and then a couple of months later, it's like the pressure to hurry up and move in together. And I'm not really understanding like why he is in such a big hurry. It's like, okay, you know, we gonna get approved. Like, it's not even like, it is what it is. So I don't even know why you like, you need to relax. But of course, again, I didn't say anything. I was just going with the flow. But in my mind, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? But me, dumb as fuck, I'm not saying anything and not too much questioning anything directly, right? So we had moved, we got approved, of course, for our apartment. We ended up moving in probably well, we had probably been there about a week before shit hit the fan, right? So at the time, I'm working for an insurance company. So I'm at work this particular day, and I think he was working for the oil company still at this time. I'm not sure. I can't remember, because when me and him first met, he was working for the oil company. He was working in the oil business. So he was making good money. He had it. It seemed like he had his stuff together, but yeah, that's a whole nother story. So anyway, so boom, we moved in together. We had been there for about a week. I'm working at the insurance company. You know, I'm at work this particular day, you know, handling my business, like taking care of my clients, my customers, you know, getting their contracts together, getting all of their, you know, getting their plans and all the things, right? I'm just doing my daily work. Of course, while most of us at work are on social media throughout the day, regardless, okay? Nobody listens to the no cell phone policy, right? Like, girl, whatever. So I was on my phone scrolling, posting, just normal everyday stuff, and I get a message request. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Facebook, which I know most people probably are, but if you aren't friends with somebody on Facebook, it won't, if they send you a message, it won't come through directly as a message. It'll come into your message request first. So I get this message request from, her name is going to be Crazy. So I get a message request from Crazy. So I'm like, who is this girl? Now, mind you, him and I had a normal relationship. We had no cheating stuff, no dramatic stuff, really. Like, it was just really like a normal relationship. So this girl sends me a message request. I don't initially open the message request. I continue working, but within the hour though, like knowing that I received it, I went back and opened it. So when I opened it, she was like, "Are you and Jody still together?" That's all she said. And I'm thinking like, you're a weirdo, because we have you know, each other on our Facebooks. Now, we weren't the type of couple that would like post crazy, or I don't think we ever even did like, oh, I'm in a relationship with, like, all of the corny stuff, which is cute, you know, no shade, no tea, no shade to the people that like to do all of that, but that's just not really my style. I don't know if it was his style or if he just wasn't trying to get caught up, but I just don't like putting all of my stuff like that on social media. But you know, when I'm in a relationship, every once in a while, you know, I'll put, you know, a picture of us if we look cute, or if it's, you know, it's a birthday or holiday or something like that. So that's pretty much like how we functioned. So I'm just like, girl, like, everybody knows that we're together. Like, it's not a secret. You know what I'm saying? We've been together for a year at this point, or maybe a year and a half or whatever at this point. So what are you talking about? Are we still together? Like, I missed something? So I'm like, yeah, why? And she was like, well, that's funny because I'm pregnant by him. Girl, when I tell y'all, I was like taken back. Like, do you know that anxious feeling, or that feeling of like when your stomach like gets queasy or weak, your palms like get sweaty, your heart is racing, your mind is racing? Like, that's how I was feeling when I read that shit. Like, what? Because mind you, like, we've had a pretty normal relationship. I'm in love, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I just found out that I was pregnant. Did I leave it out? I think I left that out. See, I'm not re-recording this, y'all. So about maybe a month before we actually signed our lease and stuff and moved into our apartment, I found out that I was pregnant. So from the time that I left school, you guys remember, he wanted to, like, the increase of our, you know, relations life, like it went crazy, right? And then like 2 months later, I found out that I was pregnant. Okay, and then about a month later is when we moved into our apartment. So, and about a week after that is when this girl hit me up telling me that she's pregnant by him. So I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is bananas. This is crazy. So I don't remember if I responded to her message immediately. But I know that if I did, I may have said, I don't know what I said to her after that. But I know that I called him and told him to come get me. Like, he was driving my car at the time. And for whatever reason, he didn't work that day. Now, one thing about him though, you know, he did some stuff, and y'all, I'm gonna get into all of them stories later on. Y'all gonna be like, girl, but he did some stuff. But one thing about him is he is gonna keep a job. So I don't remember if he was off work or he had, I mean, I don't know why he was off work, but I know that he was off work this particular day. It might have been because, or maybe he got off already by the time the girl hit me. I don't know. Or maybe because the cable guy was coming. Yeah, I can't remember exactly why, but he was in my car. So I told him to come get me in my car, girl. But he something had happened to his truck at this time, so he didn't have a car, so we was pretty much sharing my car, right? So it's like, it's both ours. Ain't that what what you call it said on Friday? But anyway, Red and Debo. but yeah, so I'm like, come get me. I don't remember him really asking me any questions. He just came and got me. And I told my job, like, whatever, my stomach hurt, I don't feel good, whatever, I gotta go. Bitch, scram. Deuces. I'm out of here. Okay, so I ends up leaving early that day. Once he picked me up, I didn't initially say anything. I feel like me and her were still texting back and forth, or, you know, messaging on Messenger on Facebook back and forth at this time. I can't remember for sure like what the context of the conversation was, but of course it was around, you know, her being pregnant. I can't remember exactly what I was asking her or what she was asking me. If I still have those messages, which I don't think I do, but if I do, I will put them up here, like receipts, honey. So but yeah, so she I finally say something to him. I think it was when we were almost home, or once we like had pulled into the apartments or something. I'm like, okay, so this girl, like, who is crazy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this girl crazy hit me up saying that she is pregnant by you. Like, what is going on? So, he's like, she lying. You know how niggas do. She lying. She crazy. Ain't nobody pregnant by her. And da 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 da. I mean, I ain't gotten her pregnant. She ain't pregnant by me. And da 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 da. And this and that. And I'm just like, boy, whatever. Like, why did this girl don't have no reason to lie. Come to find out, reason to lies. Okay, a lot of reasons to lie. Reason to lies, girl. But but note, you guys. Okay, so this girl, when I'm talking to her, remember this, okay, because it's gonna make it all make sense to why like everything increased. So I'm like 3 months pregnant at the time. The girl and I end up getting on the phone, so we're talking, and she's like, I'm telling her, like, he is saying that he didn't get you pregnant, that you lying, that you crazy, you know, all of the bullshit. And she, you know, of course it's pissing her off, because nigga, why are you lying? Like, it'll piss me off too, like, really, nigga. But she was like, he's a liar, and we just went to go find out the sex of our baby, maybe like the week before, or it might have been earlier that same week, I can't remember, but not too long, you know, prior to when her and I talked. So she was like, like, he's a liar and this and that. So, and I'm like confronting him, because so when we pulled into the apartments, I'm like, you know, at his head, like questioning him, like, this girl saying this and that, and he like, she lying. He said what he had to say. He was over it, and he went in the house. So I think me and her had already been like talking back and forth, and by the time I got to the house, she had already given me her number, or I had given her my number, and however it happened, we got on the phone. So he walked in the house, and I ended up calling her, she ends up calling me, however it went. We end up on the phone, and this is when she's telling me like, oh, you know, We went and, you know, found out the sex of the baby and da 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 da. And so all the things. So when I get out the car and I'm like confronting him, like, this girl is saying this, like, I'm on the phone with her, like, she don't have no reason to lie. Girl, she don't have no reason to lie about this. She don't have no reason to lie to you, and I mean lie to me about this. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, why would she, you know, lie about this? So he takes the phone from me, gets on the phone with her, and like takes I don't know, I don't know what they were saying, but I'm like, bro, you need to give me my phone back, because what y'all not gonna do is have this little back and forth on my line. Y'all can do that shit between the two of y'all. Y'all already been talking apparently quite often, so I'm gonna need you to give me my shit back, bro. So instead of giving me my phone back, his childish buckethead ass throws it off of the balcony. So I'm like trying to go down and get it. He hurries up and like darts past me, gets the phone, like, and picks it up and throws it back down, or he step on it or something. Like, he's way bigger than me though. So he I can't remember exactly what he did to break it, but he broke my shit, right? And never replaced it. So I'm just like, I can't freaking believe you. Like, you're like, you don't need to be talking to that girl, she lying, da 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 da. Like, and I'm just like, lie for what? Like, what? Why would she contact me to lie about, you know, y'all having a child together, about her being pregnant by you? Like, boy, even if she wasn't lying, very much real, but even if she was lying about being pregnant, you're still dealing with her, because there's no reason why a woman just out the blue is going to, you know what I'm saying, be like, oh, you know, I'm messing with him. Like, what? Like, nigga, you're weird. She's fucking weird too, because come to find out later on, which I will do more story times that'll add on to this and kind of make more sense, but that's all I'm giving y'all pretty much on this story time. That's how I found out he got the side chick pregnant. But I ended up later finding out, I see messages between the two of them, and apparently she did know about me. Like, and it pisses me off. That is what pissed me off with her, because at first I was feeling like, really, I was feeling sorry for her as well as myself. I was feeling sorry for both of us. Like, he played us, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's really, you know, really messed up. And, you know, she's like, yeah, I didn't know about you, and da 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 da. Girl, come to find out, she knew, and he had been feeding her these lies about him supposed to be leaving me to be with her. Bro, ain't nobody keeping you here. Like, ain't nobody forcing you. There is no benefit for you to be with me, like, other than the fact that you want to be with me, because I'm not no trick mama. Like, you're not getting nothing out of me. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we sharing a car. Like, is that we are? But you've been had your car up until recently. So I don't, like, what is the benefit of, you know, we signed this lease together? It's not like, what's the benefit? Like, what's the benefit of staying with me and not being with her, since you want to be with her so bad? It's what, you know, from what he's telling her. And I'm just like, she's stupid as fuck, because ain't no way, there is no way a man can tell me, oh, I don't like my wife, I don't like my girlfriend, I don't want to be with her, I really want to be with you, but he ain't leaving them. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Do I look like, I mean, I know I done been done before with Jody's ass, for sure. I done been done, but come on now, that's absolutely, like, no, I'm not sharing no nigga, knowingly sharing him. Like, you can have all of that, sis. So anyway, so but yeah, it all hit the fan. I ended up finding out that they were both fucking liars. They both scandalous, like, and yeah, so they both got me fucked up. Even though me and my son's dad are cool now, everything is cool. I'm over all of that stuff. That, like I said, that was like 7 years ago. But he's still scandalous to this day, and he knows that I feel like he's scandalous to this day. Like, you trifling, bro, like top tier trifling. But so yeah, but that's the story time on how I found out he got the side chick pregnant. And what I wanted y'all to note is that I still feel like he intentionally got me pregnant. That's why he was wanting to do it so often, all of a sudden, like, because she was 5 or 6 months pregnant when I was 3 months. So she was like 2 to 3 months pregnant, more along than me, like more pregnant than me. This sounds so stupid, like the ghetto, right? So yeah, she was several months, and it might have been more than that. She might have been like 7 months, because I think my son was born in July, and I think their baby was born in March, April, May, June, July. So she was 4 months further along than me, 3 or 4 months. So I feel like once he found out that she was pregnant, he knew, because if circumstances would have been different, that shit would have been cut, done, and a wrap. Like, but it was just the way that everything, you know what? I'm gonna save all of that for another story time. But yes, you guys, I feel like he intentionally got me pregnant. That's why he was like on it all of a sudden, because it had never been that throughout our entire relationship. Like, all of a sudden now you just want to go crazy. And that's why he was pressed about moving into the apartment together. Oh yeah, and that's what, once everything hit the fan, the reason why she ended up reaching out to me is because she found out that we had just moved in together. So mind you, he's telling her all this time like he's supposed to be leaving me to be with her, and then she finds out that we moved in together, and you know, that was the last straw for her. She couldn't take it no more, so she had to say something. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was entertaining. I hope I wasn't too all over the place. If you enjoyed it, leave me a heart down below. Leave a comment if you want to. Let me know what you think. If you've ever been in this situation before, like if you've ever found out that either you were the side chick or that the person that you were with got the side chick pregnant. So anyway, peace, love, and light. Thank you guys for watching. Share, like, and subscribe. Bye. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am back. Am I too close? Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. No, I need to be looking over here. Okay.